Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Cryantics podcast. My name is Lane, and I'm here with Justin.
Blue Eyes is the best dragon.
Just Justin. No Eli this week. Some may call that a good week. So, if you haven't checked out our podcast before, we talk about nerdy stuff, games, movies, comic books, anything we want. Also, I guess, if you want to get our podcast early, you can go to patreon.com/Cryantics, pledge $1, and you'll get it at least a day early. Record this on Saturday. Edit it Saturday night, so it'll be up probably like Sunday morning, something along those lines. So that's an option. So for today, we're going to talk about the new Avengers game that's going to come out. We're going to talk about the South Park difficulty skin color thing, LA Noire coming to the Switch, and then we're also going to review the Defenders Netflix TV show at the end, probably like the last 10 minutes or so, something along those lines. Well, people might be like, oh, spoilers, I want to click away. We'll let you know if you haven't watched it by now. I swear it's been out for 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You should watch it by now. I think
that's generous.
Really? I could have sworn.
I'll find out.
You'll find. I could have sworn it came out.
I'll find out.
Could have sworn it came out like August 18th. And I'm just throwing out that time. I don't know.
Yep, August 18th. Good for you.
Yeah, because I think...
Which is only...
I think I took that Friday off or something like that. And maybe I didn't take it off. I wanted to take it off. I was going to... Never mind. It doesn't really matter.
Taking Fridays off is stupid.
What's wrong with taking Fridays off?
It's dumb.
Why?
No one's barely... Half the fucking
That's
people
not how my work
So you go
works.
there and you get paid for an easy day.
That's not... My
With
work,
less people.
My work Fridays aren't an easy day. My work Friday's the same day as every other day. I'm just telling you. What do you want me to do about it? So, I don't know exactly how this came up. I think it was in a, like, some sort of, job postings.
Yeah.
Job posting that the Marvel Avengers product will be an online third-person action adventure.
Ew. I didn't know about the online part. I
mean,
assumed.
I think they mean online like Destiny or Division or, like, Marvel Heroes.
But not those. Okay.
So, I don't think it's
not
like...
online only.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like... Call of Duty multiplayer fighting against each other, even though I don't know if that'd be balanced. I don't know how the fuck
because we just started picking up Siege again, and I'm like, I really hate.
I love Siege. It's just
I don't
so
like
slow.
playing other people.
I like playing other people.
Well, especially if there's like, I know I'm picking up achievements.
But I don't like how you have to like put the camera down. You have to waste a minute going to find people.
The camera? Oh yeah, okay.
It's a cool idea, but I don't want to do it every single time.
Yeah, they should have a mode with no rolly balls.
So how do you think this game's going to go if it's a third-person action adventure?
Well, it's made by Crystal Dynamics.
Yes, Crystal Dynamics right here.
Which are the Tomb Raider people, so I'm hopeful.
I
am very hopeful.
Do you think it's all going to be third-person, or do you think it's going to be like...
They might have a segment with a first-person aspect.
What do you want this game to be, I guess, is also another... I don't want it to be like Marvel Heroes. Like, I love Marvel Heroes,
I want it to be like a Tomb Raider. But honestly, I don't know how you stretch.
How do you do that with all the characters?
Yeah,
unless it's just the Avengers and they do like a GTA 5 thing where you can switch characters.
So my Justice League idea.
Yes, your Justice League idea. Just Marvel's going to take that idea real quick.
Yeah, Marvel will be DC to the punch probably.
Probably at everything other than
hey, here's a great idea. We'll use the Trinity, the Marvel Trinity, and then make a game based around them.
But do you think all the characters? Maybe not. Obviously, not all the characters. There's too many Marvel characters and shit. But do you think it's just going to be like a like it's gonna be Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Hulk? That's the four, right?
Well, I would just keep it to the Trinity.
Who's the Trinity? Captain America,
Iron Man, Thor. That's why the shot in the first movie was in the woods.
I honestly never. I just assumed that the Hulk was. Where was the Hulk? He was out in the
first movie.
I know he was out in like Brazil or whatever, but was that part of the movie before or after they all got together? The three of them got together. Before, was it?
Natasha goes and gets him, and then they're all on the plane. Oh no, they go and get Loki and Cap fight. Remember, they go get Loki and he's making everybody bow down.
Yeah, that's dumb. I mean,
and then
it makes sense.
I
guess
the flight back from that. Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. But I never knew that was the Trin. I just didn't. I assumed it was Captain America and everybody else.
Like, did they say it was going to be cover based?
Third person.
Yep, third person cover based action.
Yeah.
So the cover thing's a little weird.
Yeah, that's really strange.
It makes sense for Cap. It doesn't make sense for Iron Man.
Iron Man doesn't make sense.
Hulk doesn't make sense.
Hulk definitely doesn't make sense.
Unless they do like a cover destructive thing and then.
But it also could make what I would like them to do, other than that like splitting character thing, is that like each chapter or whatever is like a different set of characters, so you have like different options. You're not always the same three people over and over and over again.
So kind of like how Mortal Kombat and Injustice do the story.
Yeah,
each chapter is a certain person, or
like
Actually, Injustice 2 had like a few chapters where 2 people, and you could just pick which one you used. But that would be weird.
Because like third-person cover, that makes sense if you were like Hawkeye or Black Widow.
Because Hulk should be by himself, probably. Unless they do a tie-in Hulk and Thor from the movie, depending on when this is coming out.
We'll talk about that eventually, but
and then Natasha and Bart together would be a decent combo.
See, I don't think this is going to be a tie-in to any of the movies,
and then Cap
though.
and Iron Man. You could just have...
What if it was a co-op game like that? That would be awesome.
A 2-player co-op, and then they all meet up at the end?
Something like that. Or they do...
What was that game where it was like... Oh, Resident Evil 6. Not a great example, but it was 2 people, great then at certain points in the story, they would all kind of meet up with different other people, and then you would search for another pair, and then 4 of you would fight the thing, and then you'd go back to your own game.
I don't think I played 6. That would be a good idea, but
stay away probably.
But it seems like Marvel's actually working on making good games rather than just making movie tie-ins. And they're
licensing out to the actual decent developers, which is good.
A great idea, and they're not going to be. Well, I mean,
technically Xbox tried to do that too. I know it's a different argument, but
what do you mean?
When they were trying to get Platinum to make Scalebound, but then that fell through and all that stuff. So I mean, like they were trying.
Is Scalebound that game, the Dragon game that you're still upset about?
Yeah. Well, I'm not terribly upset, but
you were terribly upset.
Fun.
I'm not into dragons as much as you.
Customize your dragon and your person and open world fucking. It almost looked like a Guild Wars Dragon Age Inquisition type thing.
Ooh, this says it's expected to arrive sometime in 2018. I find that
Christmas
very hard to believe. They haven't even.
They've probably been already working on it.
Yeah, but it's not like.
Or you're saying because they just put up the job posting.
And they haven't really, unless this is just like add-on at the end. If it's
for a level lead designer, that's probably not a.
But I'm just wondering, like, when would they show it then? E3 and be like, I guess you can do E3 and be like, this fall
for Christmas.
But usually,
and then delay it until March of next year.
That's what every game's doing, though.
I'd rather they delay it and make it right than.
That's true, but like. Usually, games don't usually go like E3. We're coming out fall, other than Fallout 4. But Bethesda has.
Did they ever used to do that?
I don't think so. That's why I'm wondering. I'm thinking this is like a weird thing that it says it might come out in sometime 2018.
People have talked about it before, but like the whole marketing years and years and years
that's
before
dumb.
the thing's actually coming out.
That kills.
Because Beyond Good and Evil 2, just a concept trailer.
Yep.
And people are going to be pissed about that. That'll be news when the game actually launches and it doesn't live up to the hype.
Last Guardian.
That was a 10-year
Last Guardian. Last Guardian. Right?
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago or whatever. And
what else? I mean, Kingdom Hearts, way too early.
Way too early.
What else?
Don't get me wrong. I want them to be like, E3, it's coming out in 3 months. That just doesn't happen often.
I don't know why you don't do that, because hype goes to a certain point, but then it works against you from a marketing perspective. Or it just tails off. If you go, here's June, we're announcing the game, it's coming out in 5 months. Boom, sale.
I totally agree.
I don't get it.
That's why I also don't really like betas. I know we played the Call of Duty beta, but at the same time,
they're smart for getting research and stuff, and
that's good. But at the same time, like the Destiny 2 beta, I was gonna buy Destiny 2 until I played that beta, and I was like, this is the exact same game. And now I don't even want to touch it.
It's not like a knock. It's just we have other stuff we'd rather do. But if it was like if we were back in high school and we only had money for like one game, we'd probably end up buying Destiny 2.
Maybe. You might be right.
Over COD, especially now that we're bored with COD.
I hate to admit it. I love that beta for Call of Duty World War II.
It's fun. I mean,
it was.
But I also went 8-24 and got camp spawn. So
well, yeah, but that'll get fixed eventually. But like only one perk. Only one grenade. They just simplified it, and that's what I've always wanted.
Every time you need to make a sequel, you need to go up bigger and better. And then all of a sudden,
like,
simplicity actually makes a better game.
And they're like, oh god, Infinite
Warfare
is in
Arkham Asylum because
space.
It's more linear and simple.
People,
okay, yeah, probably.
They have cool kill streak. They have paratroopers in that game, which is, I mean, it's not super awesome. It's like dogs, pretty much. Just they drop in from the sky.
People, AI people
to help you kill. Yeah. I liked it. I don't know. I didn't get it. I saw people get it, and they just wrecked everybody. I was like, okay, this is.
Yeah, I kind of see this being a little like visually, probably like that Marvel VR game that just kind of came out.
Spider-Man?
No, the one with like Rocket Raccoon and Hulk and all that.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Granted, that was a first-person perspective, but like if you just take the camera away from like Rocket Raccoon's perspective and just put it a little up. That becomes a third-person Hulk game, pretty much.
Would you get this? Well, I guess would you get this game if it's just the Marvel Division, pretty much?
What do you mean, Marvel Division?
So it's Marvel characters, but you're playing Division. Like like you know what I mean? Like your Marvel characters in like Division type game. I guess
RPG elements, sure. If that kind of bullet sponges and bullshit, no.
Did you hate Division? I know you don't like the achievements and all the bullshit. The Division ones are a little bit easier.
Well, the balancing seemed like a huge issue because we got through those harder modes just by putting that cover
the turrets
thing
down.
That was way. Well, no, even the turret too.
Oh, and the one to make the cover so you can shoot better. Yeah, that's
so that
true.
one was ridiculous. Now we're playing the capture, whatever, the domination type mode, and we're getting fucked by turrets.
That's true.
Yet the guy's not dying himself, so he's outspec'd his.
The one problem with these type of games, like the Division and like Destiny, if you stop playing for 2 weeks, you're going to be so far behind people because they're just going to keep grinding.
Time, then some sort of DLC comes out and it's like, here is a level 40 for free.
That's like, also true. Okay. But then you still got to get the gear because like that's our problem in Division in that DLC mode is that we don't have
to get gear when you have a higher level though.
Yeah, that's true. But
because Destiny was going quick when we were doing it, and then we hopped over to Division, and then we dropped both, and we'll eventually go back.
Now we're doing Gears. Gears story's fun.
Gears we're almost done though.
How many times we have to do Gears? I can't do that nonstop. The Dead Rising 4 mini golf though, that's fun. I know you're almost done with that. I like playing that. I
just need like 100,000 more.
Dead Rising 4 not being co-op is probably the huge fucking mistake.
Especially when the series already had it.
Yeah, I don't know why they would take it away. I
don't know why co-op gets such a bad. Is it a game design aspect or something? Because like Halo dropped it in 5 split screen.
Okay, yeah. I think that's just because of numbers that they found people weren't playing it.
I remember that article, but like honestly, come on. Take a random poll.
Every game you should be able to do co-op. The problem with
if it works
is that the people are like, well, then you got to make another character. It's like, not really. You could just make the same character and just you're playing the story together. It might take something away from the game a little bit, but you can also still play it by yourself. If you could
as long as it has to be an option though, because that what's that game coming out with the 2 guys in prison?
What is the name of that game? I don't know. I'll look it up, I guess. I can't remember what it is.
It's not like, isn't it something similar to like Get Out or something?
It's like Jail Game E3. I don't know if that's going to find it for me.
Yeah.
Oh, Way Out. Okay. Yeah. That's only going to be in co-op.
Yeah. So then like I can't play if I don't have a friend online or I have to.
Or they're the computer maybe, and no one wants to.
Yeah, I could do that, but then that would have to be a good AI. I guess, but
I mean, granted, I just think that every game should have the option. Playing a game with your friend is so much better than playing it by yourself.
And it doesn't even have to be like four numbers. I mean, 2. Fine.
Yeah. But look, Gears of War 4 though, when that wasn't 4-player. Remember we were gonna record that together.
Gears 4 was
no, it's only 2-player co-op.
Is it?
Yeah.
But remember, 4 people. That's weird. But
well, you lose Marcus and like I guarantee they're like 4-player co-op. They're like, well, we're gonna take Marcus away for like 20 minutes.
So like that whole chapter, it's like a very minor part of the story that you're down to 3.
Yep. And then honestly, all you have to do is just put either a duplicate of a character, or just throw a generic COG character out there, like a Carmine or something dumb.
Yeah. I mean, you could definitely write.
Because we were gonna record that, me, you, Eli, and Mauricio, and then we loaded it all up, and I was like, I can't invite any of you guys. I'm like, this is fucking weird. I don't understand going from 4-player co-op and Gears 1 was 2, right?
2.
But then they went to 4, so I don't get
and
cutting
then Gears
back.
2, I think was 2.
I think Gears 2 was 4.
Could be.
I don't know.
3 was definitely 4.
Yeah, 3 was 100% 4. But for this game, I just want to know what it's going to be. It says it's perhaps hinting at an MMO, so that's pretty much Division's an MMO if you it's not it's not technically an MMO, but it's pretty much an MMO. And
I'm getting a little tired of the Destiny Division type things. I mean,
I like them, but there's too many.
I'm probably in the minority on it.
But this is like the perfect. I'm with you. There's too many of them, so you have to either pick one and get really good at it, or you switch between each of them. Marvel making one's awesome because most people love the Marvel characters.
Yeah,
I still don't.
Yeah, especially with the movie.
What if it was like Marvel, not like Marvel Heroes, like how you play it and stuff like that, but like you can use any of the characters in the not any of the they have a big group of characters and you have to pick one. That's probably the best way to do it, but I doubt they're going to do that way.
I would love to level up characters. I don't want to have to get shards to buy them.
That's because it was free to play. This game's not going to be free to play, right? You can't imagine that.
I would hope not.
Not by Crystal Dynamics. There's no way they're going to... I mean, I guess...
But I also want to... I don't know. I also want a compelling... if it's anything like Tomb Raider, that's great. But... because because Tomb Raider never really had a multi. It was not even close to MMO.
No, not even close.
It did have like that co-op endurance thing or something like that. Would be cool.
I'm just wondering what the third person
the cover almost implies like turn-based stuff almost.
Well, I mean, like Gears is third person covered base.
Yeah.
But that makes sense. No, like none of the characters make sense with third. Like you said, Captain America makes sense. The Hawkeye, not Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow.
Yeah.
But who like they're all super powered. What the fuck do we need covered base?
Yeah,
for?
That thing. So they're all going to be overpowered. So enemy like diversity or variety is going to be huge in this because otherwise, if I'm just beating the shit out of the hand the whole fucking time, I'm not gonna care.
Yeah, that's so dumb. That's why I'm hoping that my perfect game for this would be like just every chapter is different characters. That's pretty much what my perfect one would be.
That's a good way to break it up.
Obviously, and then at the end, just have like a big get together, like the event. Like it's gonna be called the Avengers. That's what the problem is.
And it's probably gonna be like Thanos or something.
Probably. I'm wondering how, because they're getting away from the movies and shit. So I'm wondering how close to the movies they're gonna be,
or whatever society the Red Skull ran, like Red Skull MODOK.
The Nazis?
no, like when he teams up with the other villains.
Oh, I don't know what that's called.
I forget what it's called.
But I'm wondering. I don't know what the rules are for the Marvel video game. Like, do they own the Fantastic? They must own. Well, no, the Fantastic Four and they're not in Marvel Heroes, right? No, they're not in Marvel Heroes. Spider-Man is though. Yep. Wolverine is, so pretty much everybody but the Fantastic Four is. So that must mean that Marvel just owns all the video game rights. So we could get the X-Men in this. We could get Galactus, because isn't Galactus technically like the big bad of the?
I don't think so. He's one of the big ones, but
I think he
can eat planets. But then Thanos can fucking with the Infinity Gauntlet can do whatever the fuck he wants.
The Infinity Gauntlet just. I want to see Avengers now. It doesn't make sense. What you didn't see the trailer. You should watch. It's not.
I saw the first one, but I don't remember the part you were talking about.
God, so he's just fucking up all the characters.
Yeah,
he's pulling down planets, doing whatever the fuck he wants. I don't know how that movie's gonna go. What would be would your perfect game for this be the same thing I said, like the different characters every chapter and stuff like that?
Yeah, breaking up the story that way would be good because you got to give each person their time. Because like Injustice 2, everyone had a chapter, and sometimes they paired up in a chapter if they were kind of like B type people. But I still felt like I had certain play. Granted, that's a fighting game, and you don't have the same amount of play time as you would in a RPG MMO or something. But
what is there any other games that you switch characters a lot? I'm trying to
GTA and then
GTA, yeah, but that is different mission. That's probably nothing else. I was trying to think.
Where you switch characters within the story?
Yeah, I don't think there's many.
Batman had segments.
When?
There's a part where you have to stealth as Robin to defuse the bombs.
Is that in Arkham Knight?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that. They tease that you're going to be Poison Ivy for.
You also get to be the Joker for a second in Asylum.
When?
During the hallucination with the fear toxin.
Oh, when you're walking down the hallway? Okay, yeah, that is a good point. But I don't think there's many games where you actually just take over different characters like each and every chapter.
No.
Do we remember what's that game that they announced at E3? I don't know how I can't remember the name. Like
Anthem.
The Anthem. Dude, that's going to be like a Destiny type game, I would assume.
I would assume, yeah.
So I'm wondering if like there's too many nowadays.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like people don't like open world games now. I'm like, I'm not at that point, but I can see why, because like Far Cry, any Ubisoft game has the towers, and then the Mad Max had it, which I don't think was Ubisoft. I was
gonna say I'm not at the point where I hate open worlds, but there's way too many.
You don't have the time for open worlds.
I've been trying to play Horizon. Yesterday I played Horizon for like 2 hours, and I'm like, there's so much to do, and like I don't want to just sit here and do it.
Yeah.
And like I beat The Last of Us in like a week just because it was linear, nothing. Didn't have to go out of your way or anything like that. Even though I want to get a platinum trophy, and I don't know what to make it.
I would like a linear story on this, and probably then the option to either do PvP will be weird.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that. I
kind of want it.
I don't know how you balance that.
Somehow.
How does Hulk fight Iron Man if he's flying in the air?
I don't know. You say the same thing. How did they do in Injustice?
True, and kind of like in Overwatch, you have Pharah, but then you still have a character that can wreck
Overwatch,
Pharah.
I still think those are imbalances.
Not as much anymore.
Well, it's mostly team synergy based, and that could fluctuate either very well or very bad.
I mean, there is some really good. Well, I don't know if it's. Like when I use Reaper and someone else use Zarya, I don't know if that's just because I'm really good with Reaper, or if that's just I am good with Reaper.
You just go up there and shoot. It's not difficult.
I know, but I usually win.
It's dependent on the Zarya doing her fucking job.
I usually win. Reaper's my go-to. If I'm going to wreck you guys, that's who I go to. I've been playing with Doomfist, and Doomfist is just... He's really, really not that good.
Yeah, he needs a healer.
He definitely needs a healer, because his health's like 250, and like nothing
because you can get in and out pretty... Without, like, you can go in there, do your damage, punch your way out, and then
I usually lead with the punch and then go uppercut. Never really go, well, because the punch one hits.
I would probably like shoot and strafe to get in, and then uppercut, and then
the shooting with Doomfist is the worst. Like, it doesn't do any. It does some damage, obviously, but like nothing to make any kind.
Takes attention away from the other people. I don't know.
So, do you think this game's gonna come out in 2018? Because I
see it getting delayed.
I see 2019. Early 2019.
I just want them to take their time with it, because this actually seems like a Marvel game because like Marvel Heroes, I wouldn't say I was exactly like ecstatic about, but then there was one week where I was like, I kind of want to play it. Well, and I did it, but now we
played it into the ground.
Now we're grinding and grinding.
Oh, that's why I haven't gone back.
I don't want it to be a grind, honestly.
Oh,
but then again, there's times like Titanfall, the first Titanfall, I had fun leveling up and prestiging and all
that. I
like
prestiging and leveling up, but then it just gets to a point like the Marvel is just boring because there's no. With me and Louis and you, we have Louis just wreck everything, and we're just there to pick up the XP. Granted, we do our damage, but we're not like playing the game to his extent. We're just walking around with Blade, whipping everything. But like you said, I think it's gonna go like early 2019, probably like. March or something like that.
Take the time with it.
Every game's doing that now, because next year aren't we going to get like Gears of War and not Gears of War, God of War, Days Gone, like early 2018? I think that was what they put on there.
I would hope so. I mean, they've been at 2 E3s in a row. I'm
actually excited for God of War, even though
Me too.
Well, you like the God of War games. You played them all.
I was real angsty when I played the original trilogy, so now I'm actually really looking forward to like one where
it's like
it's a different mythology that I don't know, so I get to like because God of War 2 was like. I Wikipedia the shit out of Greek mythology. You always said
that you were obsessed with Greek.
I always liked Greek mythology, but I never like looked into it. So God of War 2,
Norse mythology is the new one?
Yeah.
And it actually looks like it's going to be a story, not just...
Well, like
granted, God of War had a story.
Well, like the God of War trilogy had an emotion, but it was only anger.
Yeah, it has a story, but it was just like, I'm going to go kill this person and then
because they introduced Pandora, which was a good thing for his character, but it like felt like it didn't resonate with him. Because she was like a little soft spot to him, but he was still like a armored out fucking dude that barely a chink in the armor. He's like, I don't feel hope.
It just seemed like that. All three of them was just like, he's angry and he's just gonna go kill somebody.
Yeah, it was definitely for teenage fucking boys and stuff.
I'm hoping God of War, the new one, is it just called God of War? It can't be.
I think so. Yep.
Really? That doesn't make sense. Because the first,
well, they probably want to make it like a
new trilogy.
Want to establish it that it's like a new.
Yeah, that's true. Because if they call it God of War 4, then people will be like, oh, even though
God of War Dissension.
Do you think it's going to be linked? Is it linked? Do we know if it's linked to
the story? What?
Like,
yeah, it's after the fact.
Is it? Okay. I just wasn't sure because I know at the end of 3, didn't he like he kills Zeus? But then didn't he like crawl away once he was like
he stabs himself to admit because he opened the Pandora's box and all the abilities went into him, including hope. So he's like, oh, well, I just like ruined everyone else because the gods got all the bad ones and he got hope. So he's like, oh, I have to release hope back into the world because the gods fucked up everything and I killed everything and ruined everything. So he's just like, I'm going to stab myself and hope goes to all the humans.
But doesn't he stabs himself while he's sitting isn't he sitting on the throne or whatever?
No.
I thought he was sitting.
He's out on like some cliff talking to the ghost of Athena.
Or doesn't it like pan away and then you come back and you just see
after
the blood?
Credits? It's like it just follows the blood trail off the edge, and then you don't see anything. So I don't know.
I'm just hoping that the new God of War isn't like his son gets killed, and then you're just back to angry Kratos again. Yeah, I really don't want angry Kratos for another 3 games.
Would you do him dying and then the son taking over in the next game or something?
I think that'll kill the series if they kill Kratos. Because even with you look at God,
but they killed they killed the Joker, but they also brought him back.
But how do you, unless you bring him back as like what is the name of Simba's father and
who?
Lion King?
Oh, Mufasa.
Mufasa, like he just looks up into the sky and sees his dad there all the time.
Clouds. Even the monkey talks to him.
I don't really want that. Wouldn't you be upset though if Kratos died and then he gets taken over? It's the son. Unless Kratos dies in like the second one.
They did in the Red Dead.
But people
I
don't
like
really,
John better than James, but
I don't think people really understand. I guess they did kill him.
Jack, sorry.
But they killed him at the end of one game, and people don't even remember that Red Dead Revolver is even a thing.
Well, that was like, it looked like years before, right?
That's true. And then the Red Dead.
They're not related. Marston's not related to them, right?
I don't think so. But Red Dead 2, I don't even think it's going to have. He might be in it.
Probably.
I don't know. That's another game. Wasn't that supposed to come out this year and it got pushed back? I think
it's fine.
I know that's fine too. But
Rockstar takes like 5 years and then they're way worth it.
But the same with like Gears of War. Like eventually they're going to kill Marcus. But if they killed Marcus like right from the get-go.
I don't like JD.
I don't know why you don't like JD.
He's okay, but he's not.
Well, you really like Kate, which.
Kate, I would see being the main.
I don't think that's ever. I feel like she's going to be the main bad guy.
She's gonna Cortana herself.
Well, I mean, her mom's part of the Locusts or whatever, isn't she? Wasn't she have like the
her
Locust?
Mom's related to the Locust Queen, apparently.
Which means she has to find that out at some point.
Yeah, it doesn't mean
so.
she
The options
sides
are
with
either
them,
she goes bad,
or she fights her mom.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Or so you think
it would be a good analog to like Marcus's dad. They were like fighting together, and then all of a sudden Kate has to fight her because they never did like you have to fight family, right?
That's okay. That's a valid point. They could do that, but it
was like brotherhood and fatherhood, or father son, whatever you want to call that, fatherhood or whatever. And then they never did the opposite. They had Zombie Dom, but they never did anything with him.
But don't you think they're gonna kill Marcus probably next game?
Depends on how much John DiMaggio is asking for his salary. I don't know.
I mean, they have to.
Colin Baird can do without. I feel like they'll still bring him back.
Marcus can't die off screen.
No.
And he's at the point where he's probably going to be in every game until he gets killed.
But at the same time, they already threw that red herring out in the 4, so they'll probably keep him in 5 and then 6.
Kill him in 6 at the very end. But it would also be a good story plot for
have him sacrifice himself for his son,
either
just like his father did for him,
or maybe Kate's mom kills Marcus or something like that.
Ooh.
Something, because that would be fucking weird. Because then
but then she would have to become like some weird ass mutated version of the queen or some shit.
I don't even understand. I always thought the queen was just a human.
I thought it was his mom. They probably should have done that.
Probably.
But then Cliffy B and Rod Ferguson, is that his name?
I think so.
I think they both like had stuff about their dads that they wanted to bring out in 3, so they probably just ditched the mom aspect.
Have you ever heard like stories about Cliffy B? He has the fucking best life.
Yeah, I fucking love him.
He had when he was working on Gears, he
was
had
in
like
high school when he made his first couple games.
Yeah, but when he was working on Gears 2 or something, or maybe 3, he had like an upstairs of a. He rented out like the whole upstairs of an apartment complex, knocked down all the walls, and then just had like a jacuzzi room and just like a fucking sick ass room
to do work there, or
just to have.
Yeah, he has the money.
He does have the money, but he like people don't really rent out huge. Like it's just like a regular.
His girlfriend too is like isn't she like a Twitch gamer or something?
Probably. I don't know much about her. I know that
I think she's like a pro gamer.
He like interacted with Speedy and Sidearms of the crew on YouTube.
Really?
And they're like,
good for them.
Because their thing is like, let us drive your. He has a. There's some car that Cliffy B has, and that's like one of their jokes. And then like he tweeted it. They tweeted at them one time. He's like, "Yeah, you can come over and drive my car." And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I don't know if they've done it.
He's very supportive. I like him. I like him and Jaffe.
Who's Jaffe? Is Jaffe
Twisted Metal and God of War?
I like the Uncharted. The last I guess what is it?
The girl?
Naughty Dog. I like the Naughty Dog people, like the creators.
The Last of Us guy, or the
just
Uncharted girl that went somewhere.
I like game creators that actually like take their time and don't just pump out shitty game after shitty game after shitty game.
But they also have to deal with that fucking pressure.
Like with the Marvel Spider-Man games,
Insomniac.
No, I'm talking about the ones that were on like
Shattered Dimensions.
Like, wasn't there one that like they just released year after year? They just like they tried.
had 2.
There was one that they made like 3. I think who makes, is it Infinity Ward? I think Infinity Ward, or the other one. What's the other one?
Sledgehammer, Treyarch.
I think one of them made
Spider-Man.
I think so. I can look it up. I swear one of them made a Spider-Man game. Spider-Man games.
So like Spider-Man 2, 3.
I think this one maybe. I can't back that up with any proof.
Yep, Treyarch.
Yeah, I was gonna say they definitely made like a trilogy.
I did not know that.
Okay,
but those games were good too.
Were they?
People love Spider-Man 2, I think.
Yeah, so this is when Marvel's like, we're gonna make a fucking money grab game where we just make a game whenever a movie's coming out, because they made this game when the next one was made when Spider-Man 2 came out.
Yeah, but I think with like Spider-Man 2, they like made, or like one of them, it was a movie tie-in. It had Tobey Maguire and stuff, but like the story wasn't based on the movie story, so it actually kind of was its own thing.
Oh, really?
It was part like a movie tie-in, but it had its own voice.
That was back when superhero games came out, and I was like, these are bad. Before Batman, I got
which
the
is
Hulk.
like how we were with movies.
True, but like the Hulk game I got, and that was fun.
That was fun.
But it wasn't a good game.
I had fun with the Iron Man one.
I never played that one. I remember reading that you needed both of them to get an achievement. I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
No, yeah, in Hulk, that's why I got Iron Man, is because I needed to like a save file from Iron Man to beat.
I mean, that's a good idea for them, because they got people like you to buy the game.
Oh, I bought it when it was $5.
Yeah, you also but I'm sure if you bought Hulk and knew back then, you probably would have bought Iron Man at the same time.
I borrowed it from you, and I didn't buy Iron Man.
Were you going for achievements back then?
Yes.
Were you? I don't know. I don't know when you started going hardcore for achievements.
But I also watched my friend pay $60 for Iron Man 2, and I played that for 3 hours with him, and it was trash.
Oh, God.
So I didn't want to get the original Iron Man.
That's fucking...
Iron Man 2 is the worst. I still give him shit for that. I'm never letting him live that down.
So for topic number 2, South Park's being a little edgy. Like
you don't say.
Like South Park generally does. And I guess we'll read what... So first, the part in the game, they go, don't worry, this doesn't affect combat when you're making your character and picking a skin color.
Yep.
And then it says just every other aspect of your life, your skin color will affect.
Are they referring to skin color in that quote?
Yeah, because it goes, where does it say it? First comes race, yeah. So this is what they're talking about race. They say your race won't affect your combat, but everything else. This is the only game that can get away with this.
Which is sad. Because it's actually painting, it's actually getting some... It's like putting the I don't even know what's the idiom I'm looking for.
I don't know what an idiom
Lighting
is.
the fire a little bit.
Well, that's what South Park's known for. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They're just going to do whatever they want if you don't like it. So then there's also another part where it's during the session that you're given the option to choose your gender. If you choose a female, Mackie is shocked, saying that everyone was under the impression that you were a boy in the Stick of Truth. Then he calls your parents, who confirms that you're a girl the entire time. Then you can choose to be either a cis female or a transgender. So do you think this is going to cause like a big uproar when the game comes out? Because when I first read this, the company's not going to care.
No,
obviously,
from the people actually being represented a little bit, I feel like they'll be fine with it.
But I'm like, because there's like, obviously there's political sides and stuff like that. But like one side, I don't know how much you follow politics at all, but like there's the right side that's going to be like, this is the worst fucking thing ever.
Yeah,
and
because everything has to be a white male. And
then the left side's going to be like, oh, now you're just making fun of them and shit like that. Because you have to, because them's going right here saying this is going to affect every aspect of the rest of your life. People are going to be very upset. But I'm also wondering if they're not going to be upset because it's South Park. Then again, people get mad at South Park a lot, so I shouldn't say much.
Yeah, it probably won't be anything out of the norm, I don't think. But I don't know. At the same time, I feel like it might actually do some good. When
I read this, I was like, because I read the headline and I was like, this is probably a huge news story that like people are saying this is like the worst thing ever and all this kind of stuff. But then I was at the same time, I was like, well, it's South Park. That's what they're known for. So I don't know if people are actually going to care.
No, I mean, that's actually, I think it's smart.
It is smart.
Because like even the guys that would pick FemShep get shit for it. It's like, why?
I don't know.
Why do I have to play the generic white guy hero? I don't
understand that either. Unless I understand, maybe if you're doing character creation, then I guess. But like,
I made my shepherd male and I made him look like me. And looking back at it, I'm like, how fucking narcissistic am I? Like,
you just want to see yourself in a video game.
Yeah, I don't even know that voice actor. I knew Jennifer Hale at the time. I should have just been FemShep. I don't know.
But this is literally like, imagine if, what's another game of character creation? Like even Mass Effect. If Mass Effect put in a joke like this will affect every other aspect of your life.
But well, they wouldn't, because that's also well, this is fiction too.
South Park, very real.
But that was like futuristic.
So what if you, so say if it was Division. Division's, I guess it's kind of futuristic.
I was a girl in Division.
Well, no, but I'm saying, like, imagine if they put in that your skin color will affect every other aspect of your life.
Yeah, it wouldn't fit in that's a serious game. This is
I know.
This is a parody / everything.
I just, for some, like, I don't care that they're doing this. This is a great thing to do. But it just in my mind, when I first read it, I was like, this is going to cause so much trouble that I don't.
Probably.
And I mean, granted, South Park does that. I know.
It's also funny. You also watch your parents having sex in the first one. I mean, they don't hold any punches.
Do you think this game's actually going to come out this year? I think it's supposed to come out like, let's actually look it up.
It's like this November, isn't it?
I think, unless it's like early December. Fractured Butthole. Oh, it's October? That's like I don't. What's the date? It's like the
I don't know.
10th?
I've had it pre-ordered on my Xbox for
I'm
like a year now.
Do you think it's actually going to come out on that date? Because I remember last year it was supposed to come out.
They wouldn't commit to another date if they didn't have it.
But I think Uncharted did that. Uncharted 4 they committed to a date in like the fall. Granted, it's Uncharted; they can do what the fuck they want because they're so good. But I want this game a lot because there's nothing. My opinion, there's no good games coming out this fall.
Well, you're passing on 2 big ones.
But
granted,
I don't think
somebody else is buying them, so you still have access to them.
I do, but like Assassins, I kind of want. But even Assassins,
I'm getting that for sure.
I feel like Assassins, they didn't learn from taking a year off. I feel like they took.
Why do they have to reinvent the whole mechanics? They don't.
They have to do something. You don't.
Was it the mechanics that like pissed people off, or was it the
think
story? Because Ezio was there for 3 straight games. That's annoying. By the end of it, and then Revelations, they had to bring Altair back in segments just to bring people back in. I don't know, the brother and the sister were good.
You just imagine when someone like, because the reason they took the year off, you would have to imagine is because they got so much shit being like, take some time off, make a good game, stuff like that.
They weren't bad games.
They weren't.
Black Flag was great. People are just pissed because of the climbing mechanics, honestly.
I would put.
Well, I don't like the tailing missions
I put Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed in the same.
They needed to take a break because they killed Desmond, and then they didn't have a plan for the future or the present day storyline. But they kept it.
I disagree. I think they need to take a break to make a good game. It's the same thing I want from Call of Duty. I want Call of Duty's a good too.
What was bad about them?
What was good about them? They're the same thing over and over again. Why don't you like Call of Duty?
Because I'm tired of it. Every year?
Which is why people are tired. If they took a year off from Call of Duty, would you get the next Call of Duty after that?
Does it have zombies?
I don't know why you don't like zombies.
Because I need people.
Not technically in Infinite Warfare, you don't.
Yeah, apparently not. Yeah.
Dumbest achievement that you can't do it with a group. It
but zombies is
sense.
like a 2-hour commitment just to maybe get a crack at my achievement, you know?
That's true, I guess. But I imagine they were going to take time off from Assassin's Creed. I was going to see the trailer and be like, I'm buying that game no matter what, which I'm probably going to buy it now anyway.
I love Egyptian shit too, so basically any mythology I'm on board
Weren't you
with.
like a little bit expecting to be like blown away from the E3 trailer just because they took a year off?
I feel like I don't get blown away like I used to in games.
But what do you mean?
Because like I got like Ninja Gaiden 2 like day of, and I was like, I need to get this. I have $80 in my bank account going back to college, and I'm gonna buy Ninja Gaiden 2, and it'll hold me.
What's the last game you bought day of? That's not a good sign.
Because now I usually wait for reviews, and the pre-order deals fuck you over, and the season passes I don't want to pay. Oh, Injustice 2, I guess I pre-ordered the $100 version just because I knew I was gonna.
The last one I bought was Madden, but that Madden doesn't really change that much. I just love football. But I'm trying to think before that. I think I got Mass Effect, which
Madden would be like a great free to play probably model.
Probably just buy the
update the rosters.
Yeah, that's all you'd have to do. They'd probably make more money.
Retro jerseys.
Yep. I don't know why. Well, no, they do have
the card system.
They do have
FIFA
the card
has,
system.
Yeah.
They have a card system in it where you can buy packs and stuff like that.
Money.
It probably does, but I got Mass Effect day of. I wish I didn't get Mass Effect day of, even though it's probably good, but I just haven't put the time into
Andromeda? Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, I love the Mass Effects, so
that's not similar. That's not really connected to
I guess
the feels there probably, but
I think at some point I read at some point they like they do pull it in. You're out. They send you off from is it the tower in Mass Effect?
The Citadel.
Yeah, the tower is what, Destiny?
Yes.
But other than because you used to get a lot of games day of, and now I feel like you don't, just based on
my backlog.
Huge.
The free games really fuck with us. Or me.
Fuck with you. Yeah, I don't play all the free games. When I saw you playing like Chariot and Z Heroes and all these games, I was like,
Z Heroes I was supposed to be quick. Chariot I misread. Chariot's probably okay, except it's really clunky. Like,
wasn't Guacamelee free? Even though I think Guacamelee is
great.
Isn't that a good game? I was gonna say I think that's a good game.
And it's co-op. And you fucked up. Remember, I had you help me for that last achievement I needed. Just because I tried doing it solo and I couldn't.
But like, I still like buying games day of. I don't know.
No, it's fine. I mean, if it's something you're like set on, but like I want to wait for a review and stuff.
Are you getting Assassin's Day
wait
of?
for a sale. What?
Are you getting Assassin's Day of?
That's now, yes.
Why I don't like.
But that's probably because I got an email from GameStop that's like pre-order and get the first Pyramids DLC. So like pyramid exploration would be sick.
I'm assuming
because those were the fun things in like the original like AC2. Remember those buildings had like certain
I think what
animus hieroglyphics on them, and you had to like decipher puzzles.
Yeah, I do remember that. I think what I didn't like about the Assassins though is just it was the same thing over and over. The stories were good.
Climb a tower, have the eagle jump off.
Yeah, same.
Interrogate tail.
Maybe I was just angry that I didn't get all the flags in the first one. I did it.
Okay. Yeah.
I tried it 3 times, at least 2 times, maybe 3 times.
That's way more than I would have.
Well, because I got to the point. This was before they made like good guides and stuff like that, and I was just looking at a picture and be like going into the world, and I missed one back-to-back times, and I can't figure out what I didn't do. I'm obviously never going to go back to it.
What was it in the big area in the middle?
I think so. I think in the very beginning of the game, I just couldn't find one.
That's not where you want to lose it.
And what I did too is I had like a map on my computer, and I'd go into Paint, and then when I'd get one and I think it's the right spot, check it off. And there must have just been like a clutter of just a few, and I thought maybe I checked them all off and I didn't get them all.
Or you went to the bathroom and came back.
Something like that. I just fucked up so bad. But I want Assassin to be good. I don't know if it's going to be good. I'm getting the Xbox One X, as you know, but people are saying that like the Xbox One X graphics don't look as good as they probably should.
Well, I don't know. People are probably expecting way too much.
Well, because they're
not still the most powerful console, and
they're not making the games for the Xbox One X. They're making it for the original Xbox and Xbox One, and then they're just up-resing it, which is kind of dumb, at least in my opinion.
Well, it's not like its own console, right? It's still the same.
It's still an Xbox One, yeah. But you think I want to see the point when they have 4K and they're actually making the games for the 4K and how great they're going to look. Because Anthem looks unbelievable. I can't imagine what that game's going to look like in 4K. Even though a part of me thinks that we're going to be let down by Anthem. I don't know why.
Probably. Because it's another thing of when the fuck is that game coming out?
I don't. Did they announce any sort of release day?
And like it looked really cool, but at the same time she shot a rocket at a bunch of people like Iron Man did in the first movie, and then they were like, okay, here's an epic weapon. Which, granted, that's not going to be how it is in the real
I was going to say,
it won't be an epic weapon, but
it says fall 2018. That's another I don't believe it, but
fall maybe. Yeah, it'll probably get pushed again. But like that, remember there's that part where they're like, oh, that guy's a big guy, we're going to divert around him. Mm-hmm. So there is probably more to that, which would be cool. But like those generic enemies are boring as shit.
That's what I didn't really remember when Destiny. Did you do the loot cave with me? I don't know if you did the loot cave.
A couple times.
Like that, those enemies were so easy to kill and stuff like that, and just boring. And
well, that's so bad too, because we just got the game and we were still fucking grinding for like rares.
I know. Destiny, when it first came out, I feel like
that was stupid too. Yeah, because you would get a purple and it would turn out to be blue. It's like, why would you advertise it as a purple?
That game
just make it a purple.
That game had so much hype behind it, and I feel like they definitely let down like everybody.
Well, it was Bungie and Activision together, the dream team. Also, it was supposed to be a game that they were just going to update for a decade and not be like, hey.
I think they said that, and then they realized like that's not how we're gonna make a lot of money, so they like backtracked on it, and now they're like Destiny 2.
Most of these games you could have a fan for like a decade if you just.
Oh yeah, Mass Effect. I bought all of those day of and like beat them in like a month.
Like if you just had a few launches at a console launch, a few exclusives at a console launch, and just built them for the generation of the console.
They kind of fucked that up.
Lifetime of the generation.
What did Xbox One have when it first? You didn't get it when it first came out. It had like
One or Titanfall. When Titanfall was
no, it didn't
March.
have Titanfall. It had Dead Rising 3.
Yep,
which that's a good game.
Yeah,
but that's not. People for some reason don't consider that like a good exclusive, and I don't understand. Dead Risings are fun ass games.
Yeah,
but people are still like, they don't really count that one, or just they don't consider it good. I don't know. They had Rise.
I still have I bought that.
I bought that too.
That's another multiplayer, which is why I haven't started it.
But that's another thing I don't like. I wish I didn't buy day one games because they go on sale in like a month. But
Rise didn't do well in that.
Well, that's why. Yeah,
if it got like critical acclaim and stuff.
Day one exclusives. That's not how you spell it. But
now we'll go back to the
launch titles. That's what I meant to say. I swear it wasn't anything good. Oh boy.
Well, neither was PlayStation either.
Didn't it have something? I'll look it up in a second.
They each had like 3 games that I wanted.
I wish, like,
Ghost was already on the 360. Crimson Dragon.
Right. The only thing on here is Killer Instinct, Dead Rising 3.
Black Flag was a 360 remake. Rise was a new IP. Battlefield 4 was on 360, right?
What game?
Battlefield 4.
Yeah. When I went and got my Xbox One after work, there was a GameStop right next to my work.
Fighter Within was a bad Kinect game, right?
Yeah, it was a dumb Kinect game. Remember when they gave us a Kinect with the fucking X? The dumbest.
Well, it's better they gave it to us when we bought it.
I mean, it's good, but like they gave up on that so quick.
Kinect is great for the voice commands if they can flush that out. Other than that, fuck off.
When I bought my Xbox One X, I got Rise, brought home.
Killer Instinct is huge. That also flies under the radar.
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like they just don't consider that like a top tier fighting game. That's like like Street Fighter.
It had a bigger gap, so it probably lost most of its fan base. But
when I bought my Xbox One X, I bought Rise, brought it home, didn't open it yet. Like looked on the computer for reviews, and it's like 3, and I was like, what the fuck? Brought it right back to the store, and I think I bought Madden or something like that. Because I definitely got Dead Rising 3. Do
you just look at the number and not look at what they say?
I know I look at the number, but then I looked at what they said down below, and they're like, "This game's not that good as a
visually appealing, but it's the same QuickTime events."
Yeah, and I was like, "I'm so glad I didn't open
whatever."
It. Yeah,
I've gone through the God of Wars several times, and all it is square, square, triangle.
I don't know. Like God of War has, I don't know. I didn't really like God of War or anything like that. What are we gonna look at? PlayStation 4 console exclusive, launch exclusive?
Don't care.
Launch exclusives.
I want to say Second Son.
Second Son? Oh, that's free. You don't have games, not Games with Gold. PlayStation Network, huh? No. Shadowfall, but I don't even know how that did for a game.
It was okay.
Knack, Resogun. I think that's a good game. They literally had nothing. Now that makes me feel better.
That's what I'm talking about. They each had like 3.
I feel like Xboxes are better than this. Unless you could still.
I was gonna get Shadowfall if I went there. Knack, no.
Remember with the Xbox One?
Wow, am I really down to? Yep, I'm down to 1 on that list.
Remember when Xbox One and PS4 were like that E3, and me and you were pretty much like, we're probably gonna go PS4, and then Mauricio's like,
after the fact, yeah,
like right when we're like, we probably should do that.
I didn't like the online only. I also was against digital games, but I've since changed.
The online only thing, they made such a big deal of that for no reason.
Well, like you have to sign in every day.
I think it was once a week.
I heard it. I thought it was like every day.
I think at the end of the day, they're like, because you had. It's not that bad of a thing. It's bad for people who don't have internet all the time, I guess. But at the same time, how often are you not on once a week? I think it was once a week. Once a day seems a little too much. Yeah. I think I did hear once a day, but I think that was wrong.
And going to a video game. Granted, it's an entertainment expo, but like people want to see the games, and then they were like, "Here's TV."
Yeah, that was
sports. And granted, they were probably nice functionality things, but at
that's
the same
the problem
time, people already have their shit.
That's the problem with them being when they were so far ahead with the 360, where I think they were just like, well, people are gonna come anyways, so we might as well put more shit into it.
Yep.
And now the next Xbox, if we ever get a next Xbox, do you think we're gonna get like an Xbox?
But the thing is, if you're the leader if you're number 1 in the competition, you're not the one that needs to innovate.
You don't.
You literally have to do slightly better of what you're already doing.
But they.
Change the whole.
They did try to innovate.
landscape.
I guess people just took it the wrong way. It was
but they don't need.
It was like
innovate.
a generation too early. Like if they said whatever the new Xbox.
If they launched the Xbox One the regular way, kept all the people, and then like halfway through they were like, "Here's the Xbox Slim. Also, it has these functionalities."
People, it was just that was
even if they just marketed it the way that what they intended to do.
I just remember the commercial PlayStation had where they're like, "Can I borrow your game?"
Here.
Yeah, here you go. Like it's so
genius.
Simple.
Which is crazy that Xbox always goes first at the E3. I hate that.
I think it's probably just for like how long they've been a company. I'm assuming
because like every E3 I've watched, I mean, maybe no, it's probably just I don't know.
Money? You think they have to buy their time slot?
Yeah,
but
because like I've watched like the last 4 E3s or something, something crazy. But like I was always like Xbox killed it, and I text my PlayStation buddy. I'm like, you should come over, like come over to Xbox side,
okay.
And then
you're inviting him over after the conference.
No, he's in New York. And then 4 fucking hours later, PlayStation fucking takes everything Xbox says and goes, fuck you. and then everyone that night, they go to bed, sleep, and they go to bed like, PlayStation killed it. Fuck Xbox, die Xbox.
That's the one problem with going. If you go last, that's what they remember the most.
Yeah.
Like I watch wrestling pay-per-views, and the whole pay-per-view can be like good matches, and then if the last one sucks, like this whole pay-per-view sucked. It's like, well, no, it didn't, but you're gonna remember it that way.
I don't know why people just don't use their heads.
I don't either.
So it's terrible.
I don't understand it whatsoever. So we're not really. Do you want to talk about LA Noire? Or do you want to just dump right into?
I really don't think it needs a remaster. Granted, on the Switch,
I don't think
going to the Switch is a big deal.
Rockstar
it doesn't need to. I'm not gonna get it.
Do you think they're gonna put GTA 5 on the Switch? If it can run LA Noire, it can probably run GTA 5.
Yeah, because they're kind of going. They're putting like horror games and shit on there now.
The Switch is killing it, and I fucking love the console.
Yeah,
I can't.
Is it still a fad? Maybe.
Well, all Nintendo things are a fad. It depends if they.
People are talking about their Joy-Cons are fucking up, or
yeah.
I mean, it has issues, granted, but like what Nintendo's been doing lately, it's definitely
Nintendo does. I feel like Nintendo does games the best way out of all the like they structure it the right way.
Why? Because they wait 8 years.
No, but I mean like. When it first launched, it had Zelda. 2 months later, it had Mario Kart. 2 months later, it had
a re-released Mario Kart.
Yeah, but that's still a big thing for because
that's one of your staples. Yes.
But then 2 months later, Splatoon 2, and then 3 months later, they're getting Mario Odyssey. Plus, Pokken tournament's coming out this month. That's not a huge.
I'm interested in the actual like regular Pokemon on the console.
I think that's gonna come next year.
Because that could get me to get one.
Yeah, I'm
but
surprised.
I really don't need 3 consoles. Again.
See, I don't like owning my PlayStation, which is weird because I play my Switch way more than I play my PlayStation. You'd probably play it way more than you play your PlayStation too, because I'm assuming.
I haven't played my PlayStation.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming you haven't played your PlayStation.
I've tried to set it up, and I thought I could set it up on a different TV. That didn't work, and then it had like a connecting to the internet thing and had to update, and I'm just like, I'll eventually get on there.
This is just a weird game that like they have such a library of games to bring over to the Switch. It's weird they like maybe GTA 5 they wanted to get like see how LA Noire did first, but they could have done like Max Payne or like any of their other games first. LA Noire I didn't beat it.
It's not great.
I was gonna say it's not a great. It's an interesting mechanic, I guess, trying to figure out if they're lying and stuff like that.
Also, there's a lot of controversy that they're probably re-stirring up.
What do you mean?
They like overwork their employees and didn't pay them or something like that.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, they had a huge thing. So
I'm hoping they bring Rockstar games to the Switch, though. I probably won't buy it, but I hope they do.
GTA would be huge.
I want more games on the Switch, even though I have all the. Actually, then they released.
Maybe they're doing this because they want people to convert over to Red Dead when it comes out. Because if you give people GTA now, they probably won't get Red Dead. They'll probably still be working on GTA.
People are still buying GTA.
Yeah, it's awesome.
They like top 5s every month.
Good for them.
Which I just wish every company would be like, well, that's probably what we should do from now on. Just
I
make
bought
it
twice. I got fucked on the goddamn because I'm trying to finish up the 360 because I traded it in and upgraded when the heist came out. So I have to
go back and do it.
Because like remember when we went 360 to Xbox, it just kind of like popped all the other ones. And I'm like, oh, they'll just do that the reverse way. No. So I have to like do that thing where you have to like spend $8 million again. So I have to get up to like 200 million and then just keep buying the same car and selling it or something. I fucked in GTA 5
by not doing. Didn't you do that the prison race just over and over again? I fucked up not doing that.
I did it to like 92 and I didn't get all the way to 100.
That's a real big fucked
like,
up.
damn.
But I just stopped at some point. I was like, whatever. Now I'm at like I'm pretty close to getting 100. But so for the last topic, we're gonna give our review of Defenders on Netflix, which is the Marvel show. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, we're gonna talk about spoilers. We want to talk non-spoilers first.
I like spoilers.
So non-spoilers first. Good.
I don't think I trust myself.
Just non-spoilers real quick.
If I'm ever under an embargo, I'm fucking that thing up so bad.
Non-spoilers, good or bad?
Like what? Good.
Non-spoilers, good. So would you say watch it?
Yes.
Okay, me too. Because I really liked it a lot. Well, not a lot.
I'm trying to think if you didn't watch any of them. I didn't watch Iron Fist other than one episode, and I did fine.
Yeah. Luke Cage, I think you could skip.
Yeah.
Luke
I mean,
Cage
they just mentioned some people.
You wouldn't know
you don't need it.
If you skipped Iron Fist and
he's the
Luke
hero of
Cage,
Harlem. That's all you need.
Yeah,
that's all you need to know.
And Danny Rand's the immortal Iron Fist, the enemy of the
in case you didn't know, he'll remind you 17
defender
fucking
of Kung Lao.
enemy of the hand.
I see so many just memes and stuff where they just show that just nonstop.
God, I hate it.
So we're gonna talk spoilers now. What was your? Should we just go right to the end? Just talk about the end. So what do you think? You saw after credits, I'm assuming, right? Okay, so what do you think of them pretending to kill Daredevil?
Well, I love Daredevil more than the other ones, I was like, are they really gonna? Because my thing going in, I think I told you, I was like, because I had that thing where like I feel like Arrow suffered a little bit because they launched Flash and then they launched Supergirl and
Legends.
DC Legends, and then so now they're up to 5, and I feel like Arrow is the one that's getting the short end of the stick a little bit. Or not the attention it needs compared to the other ones. So I was like, if they take Daredevil, which had 2 great seasons, and then they fucking Iron Fist the shit out of it, I'm going to be pissed. But they made him like a decent guy. But then at the very end, they go into the building and he's like, I'm going to stay behind. I'm like, if they fucking kill him.
Did you text me before?
We already know there was a season 3 coming out, right? So I was like, yeah, that can't be. I thought they weren't going to show it.
Show him dying and just leave it as a cliffhanger?
No, I thought they weren't going to show him waking up in the monastery.
Did you know that's the person they say they get? That's his mom.
So the nun.
Whoever the nun's name is, I forget what the name of it was.
How does that work?
I don't know what happened to his nun.
Aren't nuns sworn to celibacy?
You can become a nun afterwards, Justin. Don't you know how religion works? You can change it every way you want.
I didn't know you could, I guess.
So did you text me before or after you saw that he woke up?
After. I was just fucking with you.
Oh, okay. I was like, because when I was saying like,
but
wait,
at the same time, they did fucking like, they were fucking with me a little bit.
I thought that Punisher was gonna be in. I read somewhere that Punisher was in the show somewhere.
Yeah, it would be too much.
Maybe he was just filming scenes for like. You saw the trailer at the end for Punisher, right? I'm assuming.
No.
Well, there's a trailer for the Punisher TV show, which I can't wait for.
Oh, good.
So how do you think they like did with all the characters and stuff? Because they did Jessica Jones great, Daredevil was great, Iron Fist. Kristen
Ritter still can't throw a fake punch. Granted, you say she's untrained, which that's a good point, but at the same time,
like I texted you this to you. I don't know if the director just knows she throws bad fake punches and just so his excuse was, well, she's untrained, so she doesn't know how to throw punches, or if that's like actually the story they're trying to tell.
I mean, but then at the same time, Daredevil missed some spinning kicks, so like, I mean. There's a part in Chuck too I should bring up, but no, it's fine.
Don't spoil Chuck, please. Going back to it. No, I'm really not.
Well, they think somebody's on their team, but he's really working for the other side. Then he does a spin kick on some guy, and they're like, the nerdy friend is like, no, I've watched enough fucking kung fu movies and know when there's a throw and fucking kick, he's not on your side. And I'm like, oh, damn.
I think it was like I texted this to you, and you said 13 episodes. I feel like maybe 8's too
was
short.
A little too short.
Too short
because
like,
the whole we have to blow up the building thing.
But isn't that like
a little rushed?
I guess it was a little rushed, but at the same time, 10 to 13, like 13, I can agree with you. 13's good, but even 10, I think is good
because they had all the characters. They all like the support characters to each hero
that
there
was
too,
also kind of
interacting. But I feel like they could have done a little more.
That was also kind of like the most like they're like, well, we want all the side characters to interact with everyone. Okay, everyone to the police station. Yeah. We're gonna protect you guys so they don't kill you. It's like, well,
yeah, a huge organization wouldn't wait for us to combine all of you into one room for easy killing.
It's also unbelievable that nobody knows that Matt Murdock is Daredevil.
Yeah, the part where he's like. Or he hears the cops after when they break out of the precinct, and he's like, "They think you stole me."
Yeah, I'm like, "What are you doing?"
All right,
it's like it doesn't even.
Also, they never checked Foggy bringing the bag with the Daredevil
just let him walk in with
a
big fucking bag full of shit, and that was also weird because Foggy's like,
"Why does a lawyer need a double bag?"
It's like Foggy's so against him being Daredevil, but at the same time, he's like, "Here's your equipment, go be Daredevil."
I felt bad for Foggy at the end a little bit, but.
Are they,
that haircut, I don't like. I like my missus' old haircut.
Are they friends again? Well, I mean, he thinks he's dead, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know how
they left the good part. He was supportive.
How do you reintroduce Daredevil from him being dead?
Through Karen, probably.
But like,
just don't have her cry for 5 episodes.
So they think. Does the world know he's dead?
Daredevil? They barely knew he.
No, not Daredevil. Do they know Matt Murdock's dead?
Not yet.
Because I'm just wondering, like...
Well, Jessica Jones said that, too. She's like, at some point, somebody would have put it together, like, the Daredevil goes missing, Matt Murdock goes missing at the same time.
Well, that's the problem with any secret identity if you have, like, a public... Like, Iron Man did it right, where he was like, I'm Iron Man, because if Robert Downey or Tony Stark just disappears all the time, and then Iron Man fucking shows up, it's like, well, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, but then he also got bombed by the Mandarin.
True. But, like...
Granted, it took 2 movies.
Do you think they're probably gonna do Defenders too? I would assume.
I would hope so.
But also at the same time, they're taking.
I would also like crossovers in between too.
I don't know how they get in. I don't know because they're filming Jessica Jones 2 right now, which I don't know what the fuck that's gonna be. Maybe is it Nuke? Is that the name of the?
That was the guy that took the pills. Yeah.
Did he die in that?
No, they beat the shit out of him, but I think he's still. I think like the government general found him again or something.
Because I saw that, what's the name of the Purple Man's actor? Is it David?
The Doctor Who guy.
Yeah, I don't know what his name is. He's on set for something, so I don't know if he didn't die or...
No, I feel like he died.
Maybe.
Flashbacks.
It could be flashbacks or maybe like just like him
Guilt?
standing, something like that. Or him like standing next to her and like he sees her or she sees her, but he doesn't like.
Because they brought her up. Somebody or one of the fingers in the hand that they had tied up in the room brought up the Purple Man or something.
Did they?
Yeah, he's like, they're getting in your head like he used to or something.
Oh,
and then she almost beat the shit out of him.
I also like
that Daredevil's better at fucking martial arts than Iron Fist. I fucking every time he does fucking martial arts shit, I can't do it.
It's
And
just
then his hand only lasts like he has the most premature Iron Fist chi I've ever seen.
I think Iron Fist is probably the strongest out of them.
Not now.
Not now, but I feel like they do that. They depower him so that there's some realistic fight. But I don't think I'm ever. Have you gone back and watched any of the seasons of any of the shows? Or are you only one and done?
I was rewatching Daredevil season 2 before. I didn't finish it though.
Because if I go back and rewatch, I'm never gonna go back and rewatch Defenders probably unless there's like a small part. I've rewatched Jessica Jones once, and then I watch all the Punisher scenes all the time from Daredevil season 2. That prison fight for the Punisher,
pretty good. Yeah,
fucking awesome.
But the Kingpin's also great in that too.
He is great. It
depends on what you latch onto, but
I love the Kingpin.
They're all great except Iron Fist.
You haven't watched the Punisher trailer?
I do want to see him punching the dragon if they actually show that, because they mentioned
was that the dragon?
That was the dragon skeleton. Yeah.
Why was that?
They never really made it clear, but then I read the Wikipedia like plot synopsis, and
what did it say?
They're like the dragon. That's how
they didn't say why the dragon got there or how the dragon got there.
I was like, is that just like a random dinosaur or something? Or like some beast that I don't know about. But then I guess it was. I should have.
I guarantee if they had to explain it would be like, well, Iron Fist killed the dragon in Kung Lao, and then because they went to Kung Lao, didn't they go to Kung Lao in Iron? Oh, you didn't watch Iron Fist.
Based on the context I got in Defenders, yeah.
Because at the end of Iron Fist,
because he confirmed it was dead, or the hand destroyed it.
What, the dragon? I think he killed.
No. That
Kung Lao?
That the hand killed Kung Lao.
I think so, because at the end of Iron Fist season 1, you see he goes him and I don't know.
He also fights that guy that chopped
Colleen?
off.
Is that the Asian girl's name?
Yeah.
They go to Kung Lao, and then they just see all scattered dead bodies right before the entrance. And
they kind of kept her as like a typical damsel in distress type thing, or like the girl that has to stay on the sideline, even though she.
Well, no, she did fight with.
She's a better fighter than fucking Iron Fist. Let's be honest.
She fought with.
But then she's like making out with him, and she's just being sidelined, and then
I loved. She's
being put down by her sensei.
I don't know what the name of her. I don't know what the name of the bad lady's name is. Like her character name. It's the
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, Sigourney. I don't know what the name of her character was. She did great.
Alexandra something.
Is it?
Even though she has multiple names, because they find her all the signatures.
It was so weird that they couldn't age yet. Madam Lao? Is it Lao? Gao. Yet she's some old lady that can fucking do magical powers.
Her force push thing was weird.
Yeah, they just kind of threw that out of nowhere. I don't think we ever saw that in Daredevil.
Because I thought that's what she did when she like did it against the door when they were first fighting Electric in the restaurant.
Mm.
And I was like, is she just strong or did she just force push that thing? And then, she force pushed. But then like Iron Fist can do it too. I'm like, what?
Well, I think weren't they trained by the same people technically?
Yeah, they're all from Kung Lao, or they've all been at.
Like they all, I guess she was just really old. I guess it depends when you find
doing it.
Yeah, I guess, but
also it's not eternal, even though they make themselves seem like they're immortal. But it all depends on them finding more dragon bones, which that'll eventually run out.
It's like the weirdest loophole of like in
that's what I'm saying. For 8 episodes, you kind of have to do that,
I guess. But even like they used all the rest of the healing or like keeping their young power
to revive
Elektra. I was like, what the? I don't understand. They all seem like they could fight. Why do I need some?
Her killing Alexandra was
came out of nowhere, kind of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 8 episodes. Like if 13, you would have been able to drag it across.
I didn't even think she was going to be the one to kill. I don't know who would have killed her actually. If I had Jessica Jones, maybe
one of the hands.
Maybe when she killed her, I was like, "What the?" And then they all just followed her, like no matter what. They're like,
"Well, that's happened a lot in movies and TV."
But I mean, like the whole story arc, the whole time for Elektra is like, we can't trust Elektra. We shouldn't be putting all our eggs.
Oh no, the hand.
The hand people like we shouldn't put all our eggs in that basket to go with Elektra, and then
you kind of have to if you fucking pissed all your resources away.
But they seem like capable fighters.
Yeah.
Didn't I don't know what any of their names was. I don't know, not the other Asian guy, the
sensei guy or the guy that always spoke Japanese.
Is it the sensei guy? Yeah, the Colleen's like trainer or whatever. She cut off Misty Knight's arm. I saw her.
He did.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Okay.
He cut off her arm, and then there's already leaked pictures of her with like a mechanical arm when they're filming Luke Cage 2.
Like, if they had 13 episodes, they probably also could have done Trish's Hellcat.
I feel like
intro.
See what
a little bit.
What
so I
season
don't know.
two's for like?
Maybe they're saving that for. They must be saving that for.
I was gonna say for season two of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I don't know what you do. Granted, I didn't know what they were gonna do for Daredevil season 2. But granted, they put Punisher and Elektra in there, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know Jessica Jones' side characters? I'm guessing no, other than Hellcat, and I definitely don't know unless Misty is one of Luke Cage's, which she probably is.
What villain?
Like a side character, like because they need someone else to build up.
She's a good guy, though. Yeah.
Because once you learn, like we already know pretty much everything about Jessica Jones, so now that like what they did with Daredevil, we knew all about him, so they built up Punisher and they built up Elektra.
What about Stick dying?
That was weird.
I feel like that might be a detriment.
I loved when he cut off his hand to fucking, and then he just disappeared into the room
through a vent, like he had time to unscrew the fucking bolt.
I know, and he's some old guy, and just boom, fucking gone.
Because in the beginning they're like, oh, she's the black sky, she's Elektra, or like everything, and then like she didn't do anything. Because she shows up at the restaurant, she's the first one in the restaurant, and then like all they go out to the side, and then she stands in the back and just paces. And I'm like, you're not helping. You're supposed to be the weapon.
That's what leaders do. They send in the weak ones. So
but then they usually pounce at the end.
And then Daredevil and Elektra go fight out in the alley, and then that guy comes out and sees that they're talking and like,
and they bitch slaps the fuck out of her. It was so weird. I didn't get the Elektra part because
part
is she the black sky? Or no, she confirmed that she's actually Elektra. So why was she fighting him in the first place? Like,
did she?
And then
die
like,
too?
why did she want to? That's what they were supposed to.
I'm sure she's not dead.
Supposed to die.
If you don't see the body, they're never dead.
Yeah, well, if they got Matt out, they probably got her out.
I'm wondering how they're gonna.
They can't. No, because he wouldn't. They wouldn't do the "I lost you again" thing. Well, no. Yeah, I think she's alive.
I'm wondering how did they even get out of that? There's nothing.
The nuns are super strong. They got force pushes. Yes. They got force pulls.
I'm wondering. There has to be like a secret door or like an Arrow
or the next big bad organization.
At the Arrow, spoilers, at the end of Arrow, the whole fucking island blows up. Yeah. Don't know how people are surviving that, but I'm sure there's gonna be some secret hatch that just crawled right in. What do you know? But then there's gonna be that moment where they're like, no, and then that one person dies.
And Merlin's still probably gonna be alive somehow.
I don't think didn't Merlin die
off screen?
Oh, great. More off-screen shit. We should talk. When is Arrow? I looked this up earlier, but I don't remember. I want to do a podcast topic where we talk about Flash and Arrow and stuff coming back.
You mean our bread and butter?
Yes. When does Arrow come back? Give me Monday. That's not right. Why does it say?
No, that's 3/21.
What the fuck? Release date. That's what I'm looking for. Isn't this on a different date too?
It's on Thursdays now.
The fuck. Can you give me?
Which is weird because now they don't have. So I think they're doing Riverdale on Wednesday.
I honestly don't know. I don't pay attention to like any other TV
Black
shows.
Lightning's Friday. Flash and
that looks good.
Yeah.
Kind of. Isn't her name Diana too?
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Dinah Drake.
Yeah, kind of. Is she actually a real person from the comics, or they just put?
There was a Dinah.
Okay, Drake. I was gonna say they just put Diana on it. Just there we go. October 12th.
It's Dinah. It's not Diana.
Whatever.
What does it say? October
12th. So we got a month or so. Plus, Walking Dead's coming back. When are you gonna watch Walking Dead, Justin?
Never.
When are you gonna watch Better Call Saul?
Maybe.
You need to watch one of those. I watched Chuck.
I'm currently. You didn't finish Chuck either.
There's less episodes. There's 20 episodes of Better Call Saul.
If you want to trade seasons, we'll trade seasons.
What do I have to? What trash do I have to watch?
I don't know if I care enough.
Better Call Saul is so good. But that's going to be it for this episode of the podcast. If you like the video, give it a like down below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and come back for more videos. Pledge to us on patreon.com/Cryantics to get our videos early. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.